So my dear students, today we are going to learn regarding the female reproductive system. Female reproductive system, it is made up of by two major part. Female reproductive system जो होती है बच्चों, इसके कितने पार्ट होते हैं? Two parts, right? One is the reproductive organ, and another one is the accessory glands. Clear? So boys and girls, look here. Female reproductive system. It is made up of by two major parts, which are that female reproductive organ, and second one is accessory glands. This female reproductive system के जो organs होते हैं, they are further divided into two types, primary and secondary. These are also called as accessory. Clear? ये जो reproductive organ जो होते हैं बच्चों, they are further divided into two types, primary sex organ and secondary. Primary sex organ and accessory sex organ. Clear? And there are two types of accessory glands are present in female reproductive system, right? Which participate into the female reproductive system, which plays a important role, right? In female reproductive system, which are that Bartholin glands, right, and mammary glands. So primary sex organ कौन सा होता है in female reproductive system? There are two ovaries are there. Ovaries कितने होते हैं बच्चों? दो होते हैं. And accessory sex organ or secondary sex organs, that is this one. It is called as a oviduct. It is called as a oviduct, or it is also called as a fallopian tube. Boys and girls, look here. Secondary sex organ or accessory sex organs of the female reproductive system: fallopian tube, uterus, and vagina and vulva. कितने हैं? चार. Number one, oviduct. Then second one, uterus. Third one, vagina. And fourth one, vulva. These accessory glands कितने प्रकार के होते हैं boys and girls? दो प्रकार के. कौन से होते हैं? Bartholin glands and mammary glands. Ovaries. How many ovaries are there? Two ovaries. Then next part, that is called as a uterus. It is made up of by three major part. Fundus सबसे ऊपर. Middle part is called as the body or isthmus of uterus. And third one is cervix. Right? और ये जो oviduct होता है बच्चों, it is also further divided into three part: infundibulum, ampulla, isthmus. Oviduct is divided into three major parts, which are that: number one, infundibulum, second one ampulla. Ampulla is a such part of oviduct or fallopian tube where actual fertilization of that ovum or female egg cell along with sperm cell takes place. And third part, it is called as a here isthmus. Right? Then uterus. Uterus is also divided just like oviduct into three parts. Oviduct के जैसे तीन पार्ट होते हैं, वैसे यूटेरस के भी थ्री मेजर पार्ट है. सबसे ऊपर कौन सा होता है बच्चों? फंडस. Fundus is a such part of uterus where actual implantation of embryo takes place. जहाँ पर embryo का implant चालू किया, right? Then second part, that is middle part of uterus, that is called as body or isthmus. It is called as body. It is also known as a isthmus. लेकिन ये isthmus किसका है बच्चों? This is a isthmus of uterus. Then this is a vagina, right? And it is a vulva, right? Vulva further, it has a two coverings, right? Vulva जो होता है बच्चों, see here, look at this vulva. It is just like this. इसके ऊपर ये outer most covering होता है, thick. Right? It is called as a labia majora. Then, even somewhat thin part. It is somewhat delicate. It is called as a labia minora. Right? And inside this labia minora here, one upper side, one major part is present, that is called as a clitoris. Right? And here, that two Bartholin glands are present here. Clear? And here, urethral opening. Urethral opening. And boys and girls, here जो opening होती है, that is a genital opening. Right? This opening here, it is a genital opening. Right? This reproductive opening का ये part होता है बच्चों, ये यहाँ पर. Right? Reproductive opening. Reproductive. Clear? Boys and girls, this is a complete detail about the female reproductive system. Female reproductive system जो होते हैं, look here, pay full concentration, right? Female reproductive system, it is made up of by, right? It is made up of by two major part. Clear? Cervix to लिखा ना यहाँ पर. Cervix is a part of uterus, right? It is part of uterus. Third part, it is here. Cervix. Clear? So boys and girls, look here. Female reproductive system, it is made up of by two major part, reproductive organs and accessory glands. फीमेल रिप्रोडक्टिव सिस्टम जो होती है बच्चों, फीमेल रिप्रोडक्टिव सिस्टम के दो पार्ट होते हैं. एक तो होता है मेजर पार्ट, दैट इज फीमेल रिप्रोडक्टिव ऑर्गन्स, एंड सेकंड वन द ग्लैंड्स व्हिच आर रिक्वायर्ड, राइट, और द ग्लैंड्स व्हिच पार्टिसिपेट टू द vital role, right, which plays the vital role during that reproduction process. Complete, clear? So female reproductive system के जो organs होते हैं boys and girls, they are further divided into again two part, primary sex organ or primary reproductive organ, and secondary, which are also called as accessory reproductive organs of a female reproductive system. In case of male reproductive system, primary sex organ जो होते हैं, they are the testes, they are called as testes. Why? Because actual production of sperm cell, haploid sperm cell जो होते हैं बच्चों, इसका जो रिप्रोडक्शन होता है वो कहाँ पर होता है? इन मेल रिप्रोडक्टिव सिस्टम में कहाँ पर होता है? इट टेक्स प्लेस इनटू द टेस्टिस. लाइक दैट फीमेल रिप्रोडक्टिव सिस्टम के अंदर फीमेल जर्म सेल व्हिच इज अ हैप्लॉइड, दैट इज अ ओवम, इसका जो प्रोडक्शन होता है बच्चों, इट टेक्स प्लेस इनटू द ओवरीज. दैट्स व्हाई ovaries are called as a primary sex organ of female reproductive system, and there are two ovaries. कितने ovaries होते हैं बच्चों? Two ovaries. Actually what happens when the daughter gets birth, during the time of birth only of that daughter, near about 30 to 40 lakhs of female eggs are present, that are called as a oocyte. That are called as a oocyte. Actually, boys and girls, oocytes are diploid. That the ploidy level of the oocyte is diploid होती है बच्चों start में. They are the immature, and when the daughter gets mature, then when it attains the puberty stage, then that time meiosis of that oocyte takes place, and that diploid oocyte, after the meiosis, it converts into haploid female egg cell, or which is also called as a haploid ovum. उसका ploidy level क्या होता है? N. Why? What is the difference between diploid cell and haploid cell? Diploid cell contains two sets of chromosomes. Diploid cell जो होती है बच्चों, कोई भी diploid cell, any diploid cell into the which is present into the body of that living organism, it contains two sets of chromosomes, and in case of haploid cell, there is only one set of chromosome is present. In case of human being, total number of chromosomes हमारे बॉडी में कितने होते हैं बच्चों? 46 है, लेकिन 46 मतलब they are present in one set, means two pair, मतलब sorry, one pair means two sets. Like this, look here. Suppose this is a diploid cell. It is a nucleus. ये nucleus निकाल रहा हूँ बच्चों. This is a cell. इसका ploidy level क्या है? 2n. This cell, its ploidy level is 2n. ये सेल है बच्चों हमारे बॉडी का कोई भी XYZ सेल. Now this cell, its ploidy level is 2n. It means it has two sets of chromosome. 1, 2, 3, ऐसे कितने? 23. टोटल कितने बच्चों? 23. सेम इसी 23 क्रोमोसोम का कॉपी और एक सेट में होता है, उसी न्यूक्लियस में 1, 2, 3 up to 23. This is one set of chromosome, and this is another set of chromosome. How many sets of chromosomes are present in this? This is nucleus. This is nucleus. Clear? Now into the nucleus of this cell, it contains two sets of chromosome. Right? Both sets are copy of each other. Both sets are copy of this first chromosome. इसका complete xerox copy. ये first chromosome. Copy of fourth chromosome will be here. This 23rd chromosome, इसका exact copy यहाँ पर है. Whether they are differ from each other? No. They are similar, identical. Clear? कितने set है? 2 set. So that's why the ploidy level of this cell is called as 2n, and this cell is called as a diploid cell. It is a डिप्लॉयड सेल, इट इज कॉल्ड एज डिप्लॉयड सेल. इस टाइप के डिप्लॉयड सेल होती है. In our body, only germ cells are the such type of cells which contains only one set of chromosomes. So that's why these cells are called as a haploid cell. अब वो haploid cell में क्या होता है बच्चों, मान के चलिए, ये देखो, suppose this cell, now हम इसको haploid cell कैसे बोल सकते हैं? Boys and girls, this is a cell. It contains nucleus. Now in this nucleus, human cell है 1, 2, 3. How many chromosomes? How many? 23 chromosomes are present. There is only one set of chromosome. Second state उसका set है क्या? नहीं है. So that's why this cell, it is called as a haploid cell. And ploidy level of this cell, it is N. इसका ploidy level क्या है बच्चों? N. Why the ploidy level of this cell is N? Because it contains only one set of chromosomes. In case of human being, in human being 23 chromosomes are there. So 23 chromosome का एक set ही present है, उसके कारण इसका ploidy level क्या है? N. And in case of human being, right? In case of female, ovum is a haploid cell. Ovum is a haploid. And in case of male, sperm cell is a haploid cell. Means in case of female, in ovum cell there is only one set of chromosome. 23 chromosomes होते हैं. और दूसरे 23 chromosomes है क्या उसमें? नहीं. That's why female egg cell, which is also called as a ovum cell, its ploidy level is N. It is called as a haploid cell. In case of male human being, right? Human being के male में बच्चों, there is only one set of 23 chromosomes. So that's why sperm cell is also called as a haploid cell. Clear? तो बच्चों हम लोग अभी आज बात कर रहे हैं female reproductive system का. तो in female reproductive system, ovum, which is also called as a female egg cell, is a haploid cell, which is having only one set of chromosomes. तो ये कौन सा सेल है बच्चों? मान के चलो फीमेल एग, female egg cell, which is also called as a ovum, which is also called as a ovum. और ये क्या होता है? Haploid cell. Clear? Its ploidy level is N. इसका ploidy level क्या होता है बच्चों? N. Clear? And the production of female egg cell or ovum after the birth of that daughter does not take place. During the time of birth only they are present. When that baby, right, when that daughter, its development takes place into the uterus of the mother, then that time only near about 30 to 40 lakh of female egg cells, immature female egg cells, that are not mature, they are the immature, and the ploidy level of that female egg cell, it is a diploid. 2n, उसका ploidy level क्या होता है? 2n होता है. They are called as a oocyte. These are called as a oocytes. There are 30 to 40 lakhs of oocytes are present, right, during the birth of that daughter only, right? And until up to that puberty of that daughter, means until up to that daughter does not get maturity, right? Maturity of daughter takes place near about at the age of 16. Before that 1-2 years आगे पीछे हो सकता है बच्चों. Clear? So that time 15 to 20 lakh female egg cells are present each ovary. Total 15 to 20, 15 to 20 plus 30 to 40 lakhs, right? After, as soon as that daughter attains puberty stage, means it becomes mature, then that time any one ovary out of these two which is having that female egg cell which are immature, right, they are present in a sac like structure that is called as a follicle. Clear? And in that follicle, what is present? Oocytes are present. What is present? Oocytes are present. Clear? समझ में आ रहा है बच्चों? Now here, total 15 to 20 lakh follicles in each ovary is present which contain have diploid oocyte. ये जो oocyte जो होते हैं बच्चों, their ploidy level is always 2N. इसका ploidy level क्या होता है बच्चों oocyte का? Always 2N. Clear? Now boys and girls, there are 4 different hormones which plays important role in female reproductive system. Which are that? Number 1, FSH. Second one, LH. Third one, estrogen. And fourth one, progesterone. Clear? Now, name of the first follicle, name of the first hormone, what is that? FSH, follicle stimulating hormone. उसके नाम में उसका फंक्शन है फॉलिकल स्टिमुलेटिंग, मतलब ये जो इमैच्योर फॉलिकल जो है ना बच्चों, उसको स्टिमुलेट करने का काम करता है वो. Means it convert that immature follicle into mature follicle, and that mature follicle now it is called as a Graafian follicle. It is called as Graafian follicle. अब इसके अंदर बच्चे follicle है, right? Now boys and girls, इसके अंदर ये सेल है, it is ये immature follicle which is having diploid oocyte in it. This is a mature follicle. Immature हो गया मान के चलिए. So it is called as a Graafian follicle. And Graafian follicle के अंदर बच्चों क्या होता है? ओहम और फीमेल egg. Its ploidy level is now N. Clear? Now this Graafian follicle, right? It has two coverings. It has two coverings. मान के चलो बच्चों, ये Graafian follicle को वापस निकालता हूँ. This is the outer covering. This is the inner covering. Right? These two coverings collectively are called as a theca. These are collectively called as a theca. Outermost covering of Graafian follicle, it is called as a theca externa. It is called as a theca externa. Inner one covering is called as a theca interna. And inside that theca interna, a particular different type of cells are present. These are called as a granulosa cells, and the function of the granulosa cell is, ये जो इसके अंदर क्या कौन से सेल होते हैं बच्चों? ग्रैन्युलोसा सेल्स होते हैं. Which cells? Granulosa cells. Granulosa cells. Which cells? Granulosa cells. ठीक है बच्चों? Now boys and girls, what is the function of granulosa cells? Granulosa cells are responsible for the secretion of hormone that is called as a estrogen. Clear? और इसके अंदर बच्चों फ्लूइड होता है. इसके अंदर क्या होता है? फ्लूइड होता है, and in that fluid female egg or ovum is present. Clear? Understand? See here, there are 15 to 20 lakhs of follicles are present in both ovaries each, right? During the puberty time, first time, right? As that girl, daughter or girl attain the puberty stage of maturity, right? Then that time, out of these two ovaries, any one follicle इसमें से या इस ओवरी में से, दोनों में से कोई भी एक ओवरी में sometime one follicle from both ovaries also mature होता है, but it is on very rare occasion, and then that time fertilization अगर दोनों का हो गया तो ट्विंस होते हैं, and that twins are dizygotic twins. दोनों एक शरीर के नहीं होते, both of them they are not identical. Why? Because both of them they are produced from two different female egg. Two different female egg will be fertilized by two different sperm cell. Clear? So then that time they will not be identical. They will not be identical. And during then that time, one daughter and one boy. ऐसा होता है. Clear? Now boys and girls, 15 to 20 lakhs follicles are present. So here, every month, any one alternate ovary, right? Any one follicle from out that alternate ovary, it starts maturating under the effect of hormone that is called as a follicle stimulating hormone. This because of the secretion of follicle stimulating hormone, right? इसका जो secretion होता है, it is controlled by the master gland which is present into the brain, that is called as a pituitary gland. कौन सी gland बच्चों? Pituitary gland. Why pituitary gland is called as a master gland? Because it controls the function of other glands also. It controls the function of other glands which are present in human body. That's why pituitary gland is called as a, sit properly, it is called as a master gland. It is called as a master gland. And because of that effect of pituitary gland, follicle stimulating hormone, as its secretion takes place, then that time any one ovary out of those two, any one ovary out of two ovaries, right, which contains several follicle, immature follicles in it, right, one of them suddenly starts stimulating, and because of that it's the process of its maturation takes place, right? And during that time, as that follicle matures, then that time that immature follicle which is get mature, now it is called as a Graafian follicle, and the immature follicle which is having diploid oocyte in it, after maturation diploid oocyte convert into haploid ovum. It is convert into haploid ovum. It is convert into haploid ovum. ये इसके अंदर ये बच्चों क्लियर, दो बार क्या क्लियर, ठीक है ना बच्चों? It is called oocyte, right? Oocyte undergoes the process of meiosis. Then that time, after the meiosis of diploid ovum, it is converted into haploid female egg or diploid oocyte converted into haploid ovum or haploid female egg. Clear? Now, after that, as this follicle converted into Graafian follicle and diploid oocyte converted into haploid ovum, then second hormone, that is called as a luteinizing hormone, its secretion starts, and under the effect of luteinizing hormone, which is also called as LH, short form LH. LH means luteinizing hormone. Under the effect of luteinizing hormone, this mature Graafian follicle, it get burst. It get burst. As soon as the Graafian follicle it get burst, then that time the haploid ovum which is present in it, it starts its journey, right, toward the fallopian tube, and it enter into the ostium part. It enter into ostium part, a funnel-like structure of infundibulum, right, which is present near the ovary, which is connected ovary by means of femori. Clear? Finger-like projections are there, right? That are called as femori. So here, this haploid female egg, it enter into here, initial part of the infundibulum, that is called as a ostium, right? And here, this after that, this female egg, haploid female egg or haploid ovum, it is called as a ovum. अब इसे oocyte कहेंगे क्या? Oocyte क्या होता है? Oocyte is present into the immature follicle. Oocyte is diploid. Ovum is haploid. Clear? And mature follicle is called as a Graafian follicles. और Graafian follicle के अंदर बच्चों, Graafian follicle it is a two layer. Outer covering it is called as a theca externa. Inner coating is called as a layering is called as theca interna. And inside that theca interna, a layer of cell is present that is called as a granulosa cells. And as soon as this Graafian follicle become mature, then that time granulosa cell starts its functioning and it secretes a hormone that is called as a estrogen. What is the role of estrogen hormone? Estrogen hormones prepare this uterus, right, for the implantation of that embryo, right? Means prepare the uterus by making a favorable condition, favorable climate in it. Clear? Means due to that secretion of estrogen, right, a layer of blood cells, linings, delicate linings, right, it is produced on the endometrium wall of that uterus, right, which is required for the implantation of that embryo. Because of that, it makes a favorable condition, proper condition for the implantation of that embryo. Clear? Now boys, as soon as this haploid female egg or ovum, it is released into the ostium. Now remaining part of this Graafian follicle, now it is called as corpus luteum. अब इसे क्या कहते हैं बच्चों? Corpus luteum. It is called as a corpus luteum, and this corpus luteum, it secretes another one hormone that is called as a progesterone. Progesterone, it is secreted by means of Cl. Cl means corpus luteum. What is corpus luteum? Corpus luteum is nothing but as soon as that Graafian follicle it get burst and that ovum which is released from it, that process is called as ovulation. Release of ovum from the Graafian follicle into the ostium part of that oviduct or fallopian tube is called as ovulation. As soon as the ovulation takes place, now that empty Graafian follicle, now it is called as a corpus luteum. It is called as a corpus luteum. And this corpus luteum, which is empty now, उसके अंदर का ovum, it is released into oviduct, right? It starts secreting a hormone that is called as a progesterone. Progesterone also plays a role just like a estrogen. It also prepares this endometrium walls of that uterus for the implantation of embryo. It makes favorable conditions, right? With several that layers, thin delicate layers along with blood vessels, right? Capillaries, the layer of that capillaries, right? Blood vessels, blood cells, right? Another type of cells. It makes a delicate thin layer on that layer. Implantation, if fertilization takes place, then implantation of that embryo takes place. Clear? So progesterone and estrogen makes the favorable condition into the uterus by preparing uterus for ready They makes that uterus ready for the implantation of embryo. Clear? Now boys and girls, here ostium, which is a funnel-like structure of the infundibulum, right? Now here, this complete structure it is called as a oviduct. Oviduct, it is divided into three parts: infundibulum, ampulla, isthmus. Initial part of the infundibulum is called as a ostium, in which that female egg is released. Means process of ovulation takes place into the ostium part of the infundibulum. Clear? And here, this oviduct, which is a thick layer, it's the innermost wall. It is having ciliated epithelial cells, right, which helps that female egg to move forward direction, right? It makes that female egg to move, it promotes that female egg to move forward direction, right? So that's why female egg from infundibulum, it reaches into ampulla part of the oviduct or fallopian tube, where it remains there near about for the 24 hours, and within that 24 hours, if copulation takes place, sexual intercourse takes place, in that time sperm cells which are released into the vaginal part of the female reproductive system, from there they move into the cervix, from cervix they enter into the uterus, from uterus some move this side and some move another side. Clear? And here after that the strongest sperm cell, right, it actually comes here, right, and that healthiest sperm cells, it become eligible to fertilize that female egg. Means here haploid sperm cell fertilizes haploid female egg into the ampulla part of the fallopian tube or oviduct. Clear? Actual fertilization of female egg, where it takes place? Into the middle part of the oviduct, that is called as ampulla. Clear? And after that haploid, that female egg which is fertilized by the haploid sperm cell, it forms diploid zygote. It forms diploid zygote, and this diploid zygote, boys and girls, it undergoes the process of mitosis. It undergoes the process of mitosis, right? So here 2n cells, after its mitosis, divided into two diploid cells. Two diploid cells further undergoes the process of mitosis, form 4 diploid daughter cell. Again further mitosis takes place, convert into 8. Look here, convert into 8 diploid cells, right? And finally it convert into embryo. And as soon as that embryo is formed, its implantation takes place into the fundus part of the uterus. कहाँ ध्यान है भैया? Right? Implantation of embryo, where it takes place? Fundus part of the uterus. Clear? Now here that embryo undergoes the process of differentiation, right? Actually उसका mitosis होता है, mitosis होने के बाद में differentiation होता है, right? Organogenesis होता है, different types के organ तैयार होते हैं, it is called as a fetus, and finally convert into that baby, right? मतलब fetus हो गया. During the process of that parturition, the process of giving birth to young one, that is called as a parturition, right? It is removed out through the vagina, means through the vulva, right? Reproductive part of the female reproductive system. Clear? Here now the total pregnancy period in case of human being, here it is near about 280 days. That is called as a gestation period or pregnancy period. 9 months 9 days. It's near about 280 days. Before that also process of parturition, this process of giving birth takes place. Clear? So boys and girls, here this is uterus, right? Fundus part. The middle part is called as a body of uterus. It is also called as the isthmus of uterus. Now the walls of uterus are divided into three major parts. External, thick one, that is called as a perimetrium, middle one, myometrium, and innermost delicate part that is called as a endometrium. Right? Now, on the walls of innermost wall of that endometrium, process of formation of layering by means of under the effect of estrogen and progesterone takes place. Process of formation of various layerings and blood vessels takes place. It creates the favorable condition for the implantation of embryo. Clear? Now, where that embryo growth and development of that embryo takes place, convert into fetus and it becomes mature and process of parturition finally takes place. Now here, this middle part, now third part, narrow pointed part of the uterus, it is called as the cervix. Right? Cervix allows that sperm cells to move forward into uterus. Clear? And creates a favorable condition also for itself. And the further part of that female reproductive system, it is called as a vagina. Here, inside the vagina, it is somewhat thick underlinings are there, which are also known as a bruise, rough surface is there. Clear? Where the sperm cells are released during the process of sexual intercourse. Right? And the innermost linings of that vagina, it is having a very thin, delicate layer in it, having holes. That is called as a hymen. It is called as a hymen. Now, this hymen, it is so delicate, it get ruptured during playing football, running, riding bicycle, or if it is not get ruptured, then it get ruptured during the first time sexual intercourse. Right? The after that further opening of that female reproductive system, it is called as a vagina. It is called as a vagina, and this vagina, right? It has three major part in it. Outermost thick layer of vagina, sorry, that vulva, sorry, not vagina, it is called as a vulva. Right? Outermost thick part of that vulva, which is made up of by the fatty tissue that are called as a adipose tissue. That are called as a adipose tissue से बने वाला होता है बच्चों. Right? The outermost part of that reproductive system, that is called as a vulva. It is made up of by three major parts. Right? Outermost, that is called as a labia majora. Inner one is called as a labia minora, and another one, that one major erectile part is present, which is made up of by the erectile tissue, that is called as a clitoris, which is very sensitive. Right? Now, during the sexual intercourse process, that daughter or that lady become erectile, right, because of this clitoris only. Right? It is a highly sensitive part. Right? Now, bachcho, this vulva, it contain outermost thick part. It contain outermost thick part, and outermost thick part of the vulva, it is made up of by the adipose tissue. Right? It is made up of by adipose tissue, which protects inner part of that reproductive system. Clear? That is labia minora, clitoris, इसका protection करता है वो. Clear? And उसके नीचे बच्चों, the thin layer part is present, that is called as the labia minora. Right? It is a somewhat thin, delicate part which protects the clitoris, right? Then urethral opening and genital opening of that female reproductive system. Clear? Now, at that two sides of that female reproductive system genital opening, two glands are present. These two glands are called as a Bartholin glands. These two glands are called as a Bartholin glands. Bartholin glands secretes a sticky fluid substance, right? Because of that, the inner part of that vagina, it become sticky. Lubrication. It's a lubrication takes place, right? plays a role of oil. Clear? Lubrication, right? And because of that, secretion of that Bartholin glands, as soon as this part become lubricated, right? So during the process of sexual intercourse, right, that daughter or that lady does not feel harmfulness by means of the secretion of Bartholin glands. Clear? Now, boys and girls, as soon as pregnancy period starts, suppose boys and girls, sperm cells are released into this vagina, sperms move forward in both sides ampulla of oviduct. If female egg it is there, its fertilization takes place. Now it is converted into zygote. After that mitosis, zygote converted into embryo. Implantation of embryo takes place into the fundus part of the uterus, and from there period of gestation of pregnancy period starts. Right? Now, boys and girls, after the process of parturition, means after the giving birth to that baby, young one, that baby can't eat the food that which has been eaten by the mature one, just like ourselves. हम सभी लोगों ने बच्चों हमारी माँ का दूध पिए वाला है, बराबर है. So another one, second gland, that is called as accessory gland. It plays its role. That is called as a mammary gland. It is called as a mammary gland. As soon as the period of that gestation period starts, right? Since from the 4th months onwards, right? The process of preparation of milk in that mammary gland takes place. Starts hota hai, right? And actual the process of coming out milk, right? It takes place into the last month, last or before that one. Clear? So mammary glands जो होते हैं बच्चों, they are just like this. Clear? Here one ring-like structure is present, blackish part. It is called as an areola. It is called as a areola, and this part is called as a nipple. Clear? And inside in it, blood capillaries are there, so many, right? These blood capillaries, through these blood capillaries, right? The process of here, actually, production of milk takes place here. And now this areola, what is the function of areola? It secretes a oily substance from it. When that child start chafing, means when it starts, when that child, baby, try to suck the milk through this nipple, then that time, by means of the teeth, infection, the chances of infection takes place. To avoid that, to protect the nipple and this part, right, of the mammary gland, right, this areola part of the mammary gland secrete its oily substance. It makes that that total part oily and also protects against the chaffing. That is called CHAFING. Clear? So boys and girls, this is a complete structure of the female reproductive system. Female reproductive system, चलो इसका एक बार रिवीजन कर लेंगे हम लोग. Female reproductive system, it is made up of by two major parts: female reproductive organ and accessory glands. Female reproductive organs are further divided into two types: primary sex organ and secondary sex organ, or secondary accessory sex organ. Primary sex organ in female reproductive system, there are two primary, actually only one primary sex organ is there, that is ovary. There are two ovaries. And both ovaries contains 15 to 20 lakhs of immature follicles in it, which contains diploid oocyte in them, right? And there are 4 hormones are there, which plays important role in female reproductive system, which are that FSH, LH, estrogen, progesterone. What happens when that daughter attains the maturity stage, that is called as puberty stage, then that time, under the effect of FSH, follicle stimulating hormone, any one follicle out of these two ovaries starts maturating, and that it gets mature. That mature follicle, now it is called as a Graafian follicle, right? And because of that maturation, during the process of maturation, diploid oocyte which is present in that follicle, it convert into haploid ovum. It convert into haploid ovum, right? And under the effect of second hormone, that is luteinizing hormone, that mature Graafian follicle, mature follicle which is called as Graafian follicle, it get burst, and the haploid ovum which was present in it, it is get released into ostium part of the infundibulum of the oviduct or fallopian tube. This process is called as a ovulation, right? After the ovulation, remaining empty part of the Graafian follicle, it is called as a corpus luteum. It is called as a corpus luteum secretes a hormone that is called as a progesterone, right? It is called as a progesterone, and the hormone estrogen, it is secreted by the granulosa cells which are present inside the Graafian follicle. Graafian follicle, it is made up of by two layers of theca cells. These outer layers theca cells are called as theca externa, and inner one layer of the theca cell, it is called as theca interna. और theca interna के अंदर मतलब नीचे third layer of the cell is present, that is called as a granulosa cells, and granulosa cells are responsible for the secretion of estrogen hormone. What is the role of estrogen hormone? Estrogen hormone क्या करता है बच्चों? Estrogen hormones makes the favorable conditions of the uterus for the implantation of the embryo, right? तो वो क्या करता है, ये endometrial walls of that uterus को तैयार करता है for the implantation of the embryo. Clear? And along with that, estrogen, progesterone hormone which is released by this corpus luteum, it also prepare the endometrium wall for the implantation of that embryo into the complete wall, endometrium wall of the uterus. Actual implantation of embryo, where it takes place? It takes place fundus part of the uterus. This tubular structure, which is called as oviduct, it is divided into three parts. Start one, infundibulum, middle part, ampulla, last part, isthmus. Isthmus connect oviduct to uterus. Uterus is divided into three major parts: fundus, middle part body, or it is called as body of isthmus, isthmus of uterus, and narrow part that is called as a cervix, right? After that, uterus join the next part that is called as vagina part, right? It is having various grooves on it. Clear? Now, vagina is a such part of the female reproductive system where actual release of the sperm cells during the sexual intercourse takes place, right? And this vagina opens into the outermost part of the female reproductive system, that is called as a vulva. At the vulval opening of that the female reproductive system, two glands are present that are called as a bulbourethral glands, and bulbourethral glands secretes oily substance, right, which lubricates the vagina and vulva. Clear? Right? And one layer is also present in that vagina, right, which is a very delicate layer which is having holes in it, that is called as a hymen. This hymen, generally it gets ruptured when the daughter plays on ground, ride bicycle, right, or running like that. If doesn't, then it get break during the first time of sexual intercourse, right? And there are two glands, as I told you, Bartholin glands, they are present at the vulval openings. This is a female reproductive system. अब किसी को कोई तकलीफ समझ में आ गया बच्चों? Right? Draw this figure. Right? Again. Okay. Bye.